put like all these little documents. So essentially that's it. So, you guys want to make sure you answer all of these lovely questions, right? So for those of you who haven't started, the one thing that I would suggest doing like right away, just by looking at this, is questions G and H. Because it depends on how you formatted your coding chart, right? If what you were doing was you added them like me, and I regret doing this, I added all my findings like one after the other, and I didn't really keep it consistent until I reformatted my chart. I also didn't, when I put my chart together, I didn't put the one, like the data that had the most hits. So let's say I had 16 hits for police, or let's say I had like 20 hits for Snapchat or 25 hits for Facebook. I didn't put that at the very top of my chart, right? It was kind of all over the place. So if you haven't done that, start analyzing your coding charts right away in order to find patterns, right, or anomalies. If you're not sure what a pattern or an anomaly might look like, it could look something like this, right? So in my coding chart, when I started looking at it the other day, I noticed that based on the data, I mentioned Facebook and Twitter and Instagram a lot more than LinkedIn and Reddit. So that could imply that I'm using those types of social media more than other types of social media. Or in regards to your feelings, I like to think of myself as a happy-go-lucky person, but then I look at my data and how I'm writing and stuff, and then the one that has the most hits is like anxious or angry. For me, that's a little bit of an anomaly because that's not how I am as a person, but then according to the data, for me, this looks like an anomaly. So it's important to kind of keep that stuff in mind when you guys are going through that question. Other than that, any other questions or anything I can help you guys with at all while we're still here?
I think we actually answered question H in our research paper.
Mm-hmm.
In our research paper, we actually talked about question H, like we had to write about it.
Yep. Yeah, no, for sure, right?
So I think you can just like copy and paste it, or like shorten it.
Sorry, I think you got a little bit cut off there. There might be an issue with your audio. The last thing I heard was we can copy and paste it. Absolutely, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. What I would do though, if you're going to do that, try changing the wording a little bit. Make sure the main point of the main theme of that portion of the question that we did for the research report is there, but I changed up the wording a little bit. That's just like a preference of mine, just because there are some professors, I don't know if Dr. Strangelove is like this, but if you use the same document multiple times in a class, they could ding you points for it. I don't know if he's going to do that or not. So just change up a couple words and you're fine.
Yeah, I meant like you should like edit it a bit, maybe shorten it because you don't have a lot of time, and it's longer than it would be in your video. Like if it's long.
No, for sure, right? So do whatever you have to do, right? So if you need to shorten it a little bit, you need to lengthen it a little bit. If you need to flip up how you talk, by all means, go for it, right? So, but it all depends on how much you want to talk, right? So I know for certain things when I'm looking at these questions, I know, for example, how did you collect your data? For me, it's going to be pretty straightforward. The way I collected my data was I completed my field report, and then when I was putting all of that information to the coding chart, I would do 3 passes of my report, code all the necessary information, take all that data, put it on a separate sheet, and then add that to my coding chart manually. If he's talking about, questions regarding what are your themes, or, where did you get your pictures and stuff, I could easily just say, the majority of the content that I included in my media reports, I got them straight off Google because that's the quickest way I can get stuff. Right there, that's about 30 seconds, and I've answered one of the questions. So just be mindful of time, right? So, but no, you raise a really, really good point. So just be mindful of time. Any other questions and stuff while we're here? All right, well, it was a pleasure having all of you guys join the meeting. If you guys have any questions at all, just shoot me a message. I'll do my best to kind of help you guys out. But best of luck with your final assignments. I wish you guys all the best, and best of luck with the rest of your studies.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to, help us clear it out.
No worries. And honestly, one of the reasons why I want to do this is because I haven't looked at it myself. So I'm like, if I'm going to look at it, I might as well do that with everybody, right? So, yeah, no, not a problem. But no, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.